Life is like a drop of water in an infinite, ever-flowing river, caught in an endless, unyielding current. At first glance, the drop feels small, insignificant, and utterly powerless against the vastness of the stream. It tumbles and churns with the flow, sometimes sinking into the depths, other times rising briefly before being submerged once again. The rocks in the riverbed seem insurmountable, sharp and jagged, their edges forcing the water into chaotic whirlpools and violent torrents. The drop might feel helpless, tossed around by forces it cannot control. And yet there is an undeniable truth. No matter how turbulent the river, no matter how small or insignificant the drop feels, it still moves forward. It is part of the flow, an integral piece of the ever-expanding world around it. And most importantly, it has the power to change its course. It can merge with other drops, create ripples, shift directions, and even, over time, carve out a new path altogether. In this simple, profound image of water, we find a reflection of our own lives. Like the drop, we often feel lost in the vastness of existence, overwhelmed by time, chaos, and the complexities of our world. Yet within that same flow of existence, we too hold the power to change, to evolve, to reshape our own path, to choose who we become. The universe, in all its grandeur and indifference, seems to offer no answers to the questions that haunt us. Why do we exist? What is the point of life? What is our purpose? For every person who has sought meaning, every philosopher who has pondered existence, the answers remain elusive. In this infinite universe, we are but specks of dust, caught in an ever-expanding cosmos that neither knows nor cares of our struggles. Time, the ever-present force, moves relentlessly forward, carrying us along whether we are ready or not. It doesn't wait for us to figure things out, nor does it pause when we feel overwhelmed. Time moves with or without our consent, indifferent to our fears, our desires, or our yearning for answers. But this very indifference, this vastness, this emptiness, is where we find the paradox of freedom. If the universe offers no inherent meaning, then we are free to create it. If life is absurd, if it lacks an ultimate answer, then it is up to each of us to create our own purpose, to find our own meaning, to shape our lives into something that makes sense to us. The power is ours, not in the world around us, not in the circumstances that surround us, but in how we choose to live our lives. Time never stops, and it never gives us a break. It is relentless, like a river that cannot be slowed, a current that pulls us forward whether we like it or not. We spend our lives racing against it, trying to catch up, to understand it, to beat it, but time always wins. It does not pause for us to find our footing, nor does it wait for us to heal. It moves forward, sweeping us along in its current. And yet, there is a lesson to be learned here. Time does not exist to punish us. Time exists to give us the opportunity to evolve. It is the very medium in which we grow, where we transform, where we create meaning and value. Time is not a prison. It is the stage upon which we live our lives. It is a constant flow, and we are not passive observers. We are active participants. We can't stop the river, but we can choose how we move through it. The current might feel overwhelming at times, but it is not beyond our control. Every moment, every second that passes is a chance for us to redefine who we are, to change our course, to become someone new. There are forces in life that seem intent on pulling us down. People who live in the shadows of their own bitterness, their own fear, their own doubts, and who try to push others into the same darkness. They will tell you that you are not enough, that your dreams are foolish, that your efforts are meaningless. They will try to make you feel small, insignificant, lost in the vastness of the world. These people are like the rocks in the river, cold, unyielding, trying to obstruct the flow, to halt the movement. They may succeed for a while, pushing you off course, making you question your worth, your purpose, your place in the world. But here's the truth. They do not control your path unless you let them. Just as the drop of water doesn't allow the rocks to control its flow, you don't have to let others define your worth. Their voices, their judgments, their negativity are only obstacles in your path. And just as the river eventually carves a new course around the rocks, you too have the ability to find your way around the negativity, to rise above the hatred, to keep flowing despite the obstacles. Understand that you were designed for greatness, not in some distant abstract way, but in a very real and concrete sense. You have within you the unique qualities, talents, and potential to make a profound impact on the world around you. The belief in your greatness is not about arrogance or self-centeredness. It is about recognizing the vast potential that lies within you and choosing to live in alignment with that potential every single day. This truth should fuel your determination to pursue your unique purpose, to develop your strengths, and to contribute to the world in a way that only you can. Greatness does not necessarily mean fame or fortune. Rather, it means living with authenticity, purpose, and a commitment to making a meaningful difference. When you acknowledge your own greatness, you embrace the responsibility that comes with it, to be the best version of yourself, to use your talents wisely, and to create a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. Let the opinions of others fall away, for they hold no power over you unless you allow them to. The judgments, criticisms, and expectations of others can be a heavy burden if you let them dictate your choices and your sense of self-worth. Stoic philosophy teaches that your worth is not defined by the opinions of others, but by your own values, actions, and integrity. Stay true to yourself and to your personal convictions, regardless of what others may think or say. Trust in your own wisdom and inner compass, knowing that as long as you remain grounded in your core beliefs, you will always be on the right path. Let go of the need for external approval and embrace the freedom that comes with living authentically. When you free yourself from the weight of others' opinions, you unlock the ability to live with greater confidence, peace, and clarity. Finally, embrace the present moment. It is so easy to get caught up in regrets about the past or anxieties about the future, but the only time that truly exists is the present. True progress and fulfillment happen in the here and now, and it is in this moment that you have the power to take action, to grow, and to shape your life. Instead of allowing yourself to be distracted by what has already passed or what might happen in the future, focus on the present with full awareness. Engage fully with each moment, as it is the only time where real change and growth can occur. By grounding yourself in the present, you unlock the power to shape your future with intention, purpose, and clarity.